Going live, it says. We're live. What's up, guys? Hope you had a great time at Beyond Borders. And for those of you that couldn't join us, we hope that you will talk to those that went. Hopefully next time you'll be able to do this with us.
We missed you.
Yes.
We missed you.
Yes.
I could have met you.
Yeah. I think we had about 30 or 40 people that weren't able to make it to this event.
Oh, really?
But a lot of them follow us here on YouTube as well as Instagram. So we had a great time. It was insane. We had way too much stuff to do, but it was really cool. Anyway, I want to take a few minutes this morning. It is 8:23 on Sunday morning. I know all of you, when you watch this, will probably be like 2 in the morning on like Monday morning, but that's totally cool. I want to take a few minutes and just wrap everything up. Normally we'd have like a camp service or something like that, and we just don't. So we want to start by actually talking about what Beyond Borders is. So we didn't just pull that out of a hat. It's not something that we came up with. It's actually a part or an arm of the Baptist Bible Fellowship International, the missions office. They have a variety of opportunities for students like yourself, especially those of you who are on the older end of things, to be involved with missions work. It's something that's new. It's built around events like we just did. It's built around internship opportunities during the summer. And so if it's something you're interested in, we can talk about that in the future. But Beyond Borders is a much bigger process of what our church is a part of worldwide. We support over 200 missionaries in different organizations around the world. And through Beyond Borders, you might actually have the opportunity to be involved with some of those missionaries and some of those organizations that work almost in every country around the world, which is really cool. Yeah. But it looks a little different right now.
It is.
Yeah. It's, if you want to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, with COVID-19, things have shifted a little bit now. I don't think it's going to stay that way. I think things are going to adjust back to a somewhat new normal, as you would call it. But I think things will get to where we were intended for things to go with Beyond Borders from the very beginning. And that's what I'm so excited about. Yeah. That's what I look forward to. And I look forward to things going on right now. But so many great things. I think it's going to be so exciting for the youth.
Yes.
For those that are in high school, those that are in college, I think it's going to be a blast. Yeah. It's going to be really informative.
Yeah. So if you haven't met Shane yet, excuse me, if you haven't been around a little bit, Shane is actually a missionary to Thailand, grew up in Thailand, and he's been stuck here in the States for a few months with COVID, trying to get back with his family. He got 2 kids, right? Yes. And so one of the really cool things about Beyond Borders, and the reason that we are involved with it, is that your junior year, your senior year, maybe even once you graduate high school, between your freshman year of college and your senior year of high school, you might actually have an opportunity through Beyond Borders to go spend a week or even a month or two with someone like Shane on location, looking to see how they do ministry and learning from them. If you're undecided, or if God's been working on your heart and you're like, hey, I think missions might be something I want to consider doing, then you need to talk to me or reach out to Shane. Shane and I are actually both on the leadership team for Beyond Borders. There's a group of ministry leaders all over the world that are part of a team that kind of organizes this and helps the missions office just execute their plans, basically. And so we have the connections to be able to get you where you want to go, and to give you some experience that will help you if missions is something that you feel God is working in your heart. I think everyone has a responsibility to share the gospel. And I think that you as students are much better suited. You're more flexible and you are more open to just picking up and leaving and going anywhere in the world to do some crazy stuff. I mean, I watched a whole bunch of you climb a little bitty ladder that was like this wide, like for real. The double black diamond was like this little thing. You guys were like climbing that. Even those of you who didn't finish, like you're insane. And so if you can do that, what's to say you couldn't go study somewhere other than the United States for college? What's to say you can't go work a job and be part of a church plant that's somewhere in an international setting? Whatever that looks like, God can use you with your skills, with your abilities, with your personality, regardless of what that looks like, introvert, extrovert, and Beyond Borders can help you get there. So you can actually go to gobbfimissions.com. Yep. And you can check out the website. It's really cool. There's some really cool videos and things, testimonies from different missionaries and leaders that are there. And I encourage you to take a look at that.
If I could add a little bit to that too. I think when it comes to missions, and for me, there is slightly different because I grew up on the mission field. But for most of my friends that were interested in missions, it was really that gap between like, okay, I've surrendered for missions, or I'm interested in missions, but I really don't know what that looks like on the field. I don't know how do I get from point A to point Z, where I'm like actually on the field serving as a missionary. And this track with Beyond Borders, I think, will be so crucial to that, because it basically lays a track for you And so that once you get there, it kind of provides these stepping stones for you to gain that experience. So if you're like, oh, I need, for instance, we've had college students contact us and say, hey, we have requirements for an internship. Could we do our internship overseas?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We want you to come overseas
Yeah.
and spend your internship with us, where you can actually meet those that are on the mission field. We can give you opportunities to interview other missionaries that are serving.
Sure.
You get to meet the nationals, those that you'd be working with that you typically wouldn't meet here in the US.
Yeah.
And then that experience that you get just prepares you so much better than if you were just to stay in the States. And that's okay.
Yeah.
But man, if you have the option to go overseas,
Oh, heck yeah.
and you, if it's 2 months or even a year, you have that opportunity to do that. Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Why not jump in on that?
Absolutely.
And Beyond Borders basically kind of paves that trail and puts you in connection with people that you're interested in. Obviously, I'm biased. I think everybody should come to Thailand, but there are other missionaries that I know will be in connection with this, and that you can find yourself in Europe or in Africa or in different parts of the world, South America, and you could find yourself serving there and getting kind of a step up than other people would be, say, if you had just been staying in the United States.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So check it out. It doesn't matter what college you're planning to go to. It doesn't matter what your degree. I don't care if you want to, if you say, hey, I want to pursue a business degree or something along those lines. Beyond Borders has options for you that can get you involved in an international setting, sharing the gospel and seeing how people do missions work.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Also, we got Detroit Metro Airport in our backyard. Literally, it's like that way, about 15 minutes, which means 30 minutes from your house, you can be anywhere in the world.
Be boarding a plane to Thailand.
Quite literally anywhere in the world. So check it out. We'd love to do that. I asked Shane to kind of give us a recap of some of the stuff that he talked about this week, just so that those of you that haven't been able to participate with us can kind of understand what's been happening and what's been going. So Shane, you want to kind of tell us what we talked about?
I'd love to. Now I'm supposed to give you something here. I brought a small token.
Sarah, who, and Alexis,
and
Nathan
this right here,
together.
I heard was like your favorite thing. So I thought, man, on a Sunday like this, a little gnome for you. This is, there you go, sir. A gift from me to you.
We're gonna have fun later. That's gonna be good.
So I don't know what's going on with gnomes, but I hear you have a very fascinating love for that.
They don't live long with me.
But no, we had a fantastic time at camp. For those of you that went, thank you for jumping in with some of the crazy games, interacting. I love that. I love being able to talk with you guys, spending time, whether that was like getting stuck in a tree somewhere and then having conversation, or whether that was canoeing and trying not to tip over. Like, all of those experiences were great and were a lot of fun. But something that I love being able to do is just share about mission, share about God. And our key passage was Mark chapter 8, verse 34. And we were talking about, what does it look like if we were to come after Jesus Christ? We were going to deny ourselves. We are going to take up our cross and then follow him. And so we walk through these steps of going beyond borders of my life. What does that mean after I die? What do I have to do to be ready for what happens after death? And then we talked about going beyond the borders of myself. When we talk about not just looking internally and my needs all the time and being just so introspective that I don't pay attention to anybody around me, that I'm starting to look to God and focusing on God, and then focusing on loving people that are around me. And I think in this time, especially with what's going on with our country, with our world, that's what needs to be done. We need to be really not just focusing on ourselves, but focusing on others and loving others and pointing them to Jesus Christ. We talked also about when we are going to go beyond the borders of our plans. And that means that we are surrendering things that maybe we had set up, like we had this track that we were going to do this, but we never consulted the Lord. And I don't know if you've been guilty of this, or maybe you have, Brad, but I find myself sometimes I make all these plans and then I pray, God, just bless this to be according to your will. Amen. And it's counterproductive, right?
Rains.
Yes. and then it pours down, and then you have to come back inside. But that's a part of going beyond the borders of my plans. And then when we talk about going beyond the borders of my country, at that point, we're seeing that we not only have to go beyond, because we talked about going beyond the borders of our friends and reaching out to those that maybe not just are in your tight circle and that you love them, but also those that you don't really typically reach out to, but that we have been called to tell about Jesus Christ, that we need to be faithful in doing that. And as disciples of Christ, that means even not just looking beyond our friends, but looking beyond the borders of our comfort zone. And a lot of times that's our country. And if we can do that, if that doesn't mean that God will call you to go live in Africa, but that means that we need to be willing to.
Yes.
If God were to move us, that we are willing to pack up our bags and say, all right, Lord, I don't know what that's going to look like right now. We don't know what with COVID-19 what things are going to look like, but we are willing to take that step. And I think with the youth and with the guys, you guys I met this past week, man, world changers. I think you guys can go out and just change the world if we are willing, and that's the key, if you're willing to be obedient to what God has called you to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been so excited about this past week at camp. And I pray that I'm praying for myself to be obedient to those steps as well, but that we would apply that to our lives. Yeah. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity, by the way. Thank you for your attention. And
we appreciate you coming, hanging out with us. It's been cool to get to know you.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Go paddling down rivers, man.
I like it. Watching mud fights and getting drained of my blood by mosquitoes.
Yeah, if you want to see something funny, you need to talk to Riley or Joe. We went hiking in the woods yesterday, and they found
a 23-mile hike.
Yeah, 23 miles. Some of you went with us. Shout out to Zach and Abby and Gracie. And who else do we have? We had Nick with us.
Luke, I think
Luke was there. Yeah, we had a bunch of our young adults leaders that were out there with us too. But no, Riley and Joe found a big, huge mud puddle, and they wrestled in it. I don't really know why.
You gave a piggyback ride for like 3 steps.
3 steps, and then I took a tumble. But it is what it is. Got the little bit of a scrape, a little baby scrape to show for it. But it's good. Okay, just again, shout out to all of you that came to Beyond Borders. We were so happy that you decided to come and spend your week with us. We know it was different, but I had a blast hanging out with you guys. Yeah. Just to let you know kind of what's moving forward. I don't know what's moving forward for our student ministry. So as we have things come up, we will do our best to let you know. Keep watching us here on YouTube, Instagram. If you're a parent that's checking this stuff out, we're also on Facebook. Our Instagram is revolution_learn_love_lead. Super complicated, I know. I'm sorry. Our YouTube, we're Beacon Baptist Students, and Facebook, we're just the Revolution at Beacon Baptist Church. And so hopefully the next few weeks, we're going to have another hangout soon, but we will continue starting again Wednesday. We'll have our regular Wednesday videos that come out, but we would love to talk with you. So message us, comment on our videos so that we can connect with you. But definitely go to gobbfimissions.com. Check out Beyond Borders. It'll look really cool. You recognize the logo because we actually stole their logo and stuff. So you'll see all the same graphics and artwork that we've been using this week. You'll see there. But I hope you guys have a great Sunday morning or Monday morning if that's when you're watching this. All of you that are awake right now, it's midnight. Go to bed. Go to sleep. It'll be okay. But no, hey, thanks for watching. We'll catch up with you guys on Wednesday with Riley. Riley will be back in things then. We'll see you then. Now it's going to be super awkward because I'm going to walk around the camera and actually turn this off. So cool. Woo! All right.